Words float across the air like butterflies, real combo with real people in real time, paying homage to women that the world despises, breaking barriers, talking about real life. Give me the mic, I'ma give you gold. Time for my story to be told. Remember my people, we never fold, cause you're chilling right here with Miss B. Nicole. Hey everybody, it's your girl B. Nicole from the one and only B. Nicole Live, and today I'm with...
Come on now, Perry Paper TV. I'm here, live and direct.
Full energy, Perry P. We got an interview today, y'all.
Come on, let's get it. I'm glad to be here.
I'm so glad you're here.
Listen, let me tell you, like, just for the record, y'all. Smart, intelligent, and knows a lot. So I don't know what I'm about to get right now. So y'all gonna catch the ass. I'm catching it really live and direct.
Well, I'm excited to do this interview.
Most definitely.
First of all, you're everywhere. I just want to thank you for bestowing us with your presence.
Absolutely.
So this is your first time on the B. Nicole set. How you feeling it?
I'm gonna be honest. When I came in, you know, the vibe was on point. You know what I'm saying? Your crew that you have, your team, customer service was great.
Amazing.
Off the rip, I was like, okay, I seen everybody working, setting up, and that's what I like to see, like, especially like in this city, when people's doing something that they love. I like to see people that have a nice crew and they all working together and they in sync. So I definitely appreciate you for even just having that in place. That started the whole thing off.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Big shout outs to the team. Everybody holds it down enormously with me. So thank you to everybody who works along with, you know, B. Nicole Live. Also, big thanks to Flying Savvy. I'm at S2E2 Studios. This is this beautiful set that I'm on.
Right.
You see this decor is lit.
I love it.
Another black-owned business, strong business out here in the community. We gotta talk.
What's up? Let me ask you this right here. What is that you want to know?
Everything. There's nothing I don't want to know. First of all, what is Perry Paper TV? No, wait. First, I gotta tell you a story.
Okay.
So when I first heard about you, I was like, oh man, who is this Perry Paper TV and why is he everywhere? And I'm on Instagram. I see Perry Paper TV. Perry got lights and cameras following him.
Come on.
Conversation about him. He's on the radio. He's on something with BET. So I'm like, who is this Perry Paper TV?
Perry Paper TV. It's fine. Everybody does that. We'll talk about that too.
Yes. So I'm super excited. So tell us everything about Perry Paper.
Well, I'll start off by saying the name, where the name came from. Obviously, my last name is Perry. Mm-hmm. When I was about maybe 2-3 years old, my godfather, he gave me the name Paper, and the name Paper came from a 14-karat gold chain that he gave me with a money sign on it. So at the age of 2, I was cursed with the money sign. Mm-hmm. So, you know, throughout the years, for people that know me, before I became Perry Paper, I used to be called Money Mind.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That was like my hype man stage name, if you want to call it. And then I just realized, I was like, you know what? After years that went by and I was really trying to find my niche in life, I realized that what you're doing right here, because you've been doing this longer than me. Yeah, you have, and you're very good at it too. I just want to let you know that.
Oh, well, I just thank you so much.
Yeah, for real. But I tell you, because people always ask, like, how did you get started? And really, I got started by just being very live and direct. Mm-hmm. You know, going up to people. I used to always love asking people questions on the random. And I was like, you know what, Perry, then Paper. And I was like, should I be Paper, Perry? I was like, nah, Perry Paper sounds better. Then I added TV just to give it that little...
I mean, I felt very Hollywood when I went to your Instagram. I was like, Perry Paper TV.
Come on.
I like that.
That means I'm trying to be on TV one day. That's like one of the goals.
That's it. That's it. I was like, oh, I got to know this person. Like, your Instagram, all your social media, everything you're doing is super alluring. So big shout outs to you.
I appreciate that. I really do, for even just acknowledging that and acknowledge, you know, things that I'm doing, the things that I'm trying to do. Because, you know, it's a lot more to come.
So tell us about what projects that you think you'll be working on in the future. How do you spend your time?
I spend my time on my laptop a lot.
Okay.
I spend my time on my laptop.
Being productive.
Listen, I don't be looking at other.
OnlyFans, Perry Paper.
Hey, look, somebody told me, say, you know, you need to get you an OnlyFans page. I said, what I'm gonna be doing up there? It was like, I don't know, do something. I said, I don't know.
You know, you could do. I got a homegirl that does feet. You know what I'm saying? You could do feet.
You think I can do feet?
I think maybe you could do feet. Socks.
Now, I can do socks. 'Cause
You can do
I love
socks?
wearing funky socks.
He has some great socks on today, y'all.
I would lift it up right now, but I ain't gonna do it to him right now. But yeah, I do love
It
socks.
goes with the shirt, I must say.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Appreciate you for putting that out there. You know, we green gang.
But I guess that's where the money name comes from.
Well, yeah, the thing is, probably about 5-6 years ago, I used to be driven by trying to get to the money. And then I realized that my blessings won't come in that way. When you doing an event, anything that you're trying to do in life, if the number one thing is on your mind is money, then it's going to come as slow as molasses. So once you take the money out of it and just do the work, then the money will just flow naturally for you. And
do you feel that there's a shortcut to the money, or?
It's only a shortcut to the money when you know people, when you know the right people. You know, because the right people can put you in position to get to the money a little faster. But you have to put in the work, though.
So what's your focus?
Right now, as of like just in a whole, my focus is being the best media guy that I can possibly be. Also, just being able to be a leader. You know, it's one thing that I always seen on Instagram, memes, is that we need more leaders. And I feel like just with the gift that God gave me, I feel like I'm a natural born leader.
Okay.
You know, I honestly feel that way. And that's not out of, arrogance or anything like that. It's really out of just confidence of knowing my worth, knowing what I can bring to the table, and knowing exactly what I want to bring to the table.
Well, you seem like you have a lot of confidence. What do you feel like you want to instill in people? You're a black man. What are you giving back to the community? What are you trying to instill in your fellow black man?
Number one, unity.
UNIT.
Come on now. We're going to get live today. Listen, we live and direct right now, by the way. We ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing, but unity. I feel like unity is the number one thing that people need to understand. That's what it takes in order to really make the dream work. Like, I know you heard the saying, teamwork make the dream work.
Exactly.
Right. But I feel like when people say it, they don't really buy into it. And the reason why they don't buy into it is because of ego and pride.
Okay.
Let me say it again.
So are you preaching today?
Can I just a little bit?
You can.
Ego and pride, those two things right there is the reason why people really can't move forward in the game.
Well, how do you control your ego?
You control your ego by not putting yourself first. You put other people first. Like when you walk in a room and you may know your position, you may know your worth, you may know what you can bring to the table, but don't think that it's only you that can do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So when you're building your team, who do you put in place? What roles do you give? Do you round table lead, or are you like a dictator?
I'm a round table, and I'm so glad you even said it, because that brings up I got 10 years in sales.
Really?
10 years in sales.
We have something in common.
Yeah, 10 years in sales. I worked with.
So what are Aquafina?
Huh?
I mean, I could. I'm just saying I got skills.
And
Skills pay the bills.
listen, for real. Nah, but I think that right there gave me, it molded me to understand different personalities, knowing how to talk to different people, and just knowing what to say, because everybody, they take what you say differently than the next person. So your delivery is number one.
Right.
Yeah, your delivery is key. Yep.
So have you ever had a time where you were talking to somebody and it went completely wrong?
Indeed.
So what did you do when that happened?
I had to backtrack. I had to really think about the fact, okay, what did I say? Did it come off a different way? Could I have said it differently? And then when I did that, I realized, like, you know what? I'm okay taking the back seat and being like, okay, let's start over. I apologize, number one, or whatever, and let's revamp. Let's do it over. Like, because, I mean, you want to get to the conclusion, you want to get to the bottom of it.
Now, what keeps you grounded? Because a lot of times when you're in entertainment, it's draining, because you're always talking. You're here, you're there, you're with different groups of people.
Right.
You're just spending time. You're always on. You're never off. So when you come home, what's that like?
Can I get very live and direct?
I mean, let's get personal. I want to get live and direct. I want to get very personal. We want to know paper for real. Got you.
It's for me, when I get home after a busy day, the number one thing I love to do, and I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody can relate, I love to pour me a nice glass of wine.
Okay.
And then I like to, do my little ritual, maybe roll up, twist me one.
Get a little herbal.
You know what I mean? Give me a little herb, you know what I mean? Stimulate the mind, whatever you call it. But and music. Okay. I love listening to jazz, and I love listening to my R&B, because I'm always around rap all the time. I'm always listening to different artists. So sometimes your ears can just kind of,
Favorite 90s song?
My favorite 90s song,
And can you sing the chorus?
Oh, let me see. Let me give you one. A favorite 90s song. A classic. I'm gonna have to go with Montel Jordan.
Okay.
This is how we do it. Doom, 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 doom. That beat though, ooh, that's a classic beat right there. But see, let me tell you why I say him though. I can justify why I said it. Because he even said it in the song. He said, we're gonna make a hit, then we out of here. Mm-hmm. He knew what he was trying to do. Like, he knew that he wanted to make a hit. Now, obviously, you know what I'm saying? You know, you get in your bag.
He tried some acting.
Yeah, he did that too, but
he dabbled.
That's what he's known for. 50 years from now, 70 years from now, if you listen to that song, everybody knows that.
Okay. So you do got some music taste.
Come on
Give
now.
me a ballad. I need a ballad.
Let me see.
But while you're pondering on that, we have a word from the audience.
What we got?
Beach Boy Copper.
What are you saying?
He said Perry's the truth. Is that a lie?
Is Perry the what now?
He said Perry is the truth.
No, I think Perry is. No, I don't think, because to think is doubt. So yes, I am the truth. Yeah, I am. I think the reason why I would consider myself the truth is because I really speak my truth. I don't fabricate anything. I don't lie. I don't have to lie about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, I'm an open book. You know what I mean? And what I do, I'm always bringing the true essence of like the culture.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm all about, really bringing it back, like the 90s, that era. I really want to bring that feel back completely. Even down to the DJing, how they used to DJ and all of that. So, I'm definitely the truth, man. You know me. Come on now.
Well, we were talking a little bit about home life. So, you have any children?
I got some kids. I'm
I know you let us talk about it, so it would be remiss if I didn't say, do you have any children?
Yeah, I love my kids. I got 3 kids. I got 2 boys and a girl. Mm-hmm. Josh is Jace. Josh is 10. Jace is 7. And my little girl, she just turned 1. And she's walking now, and she's holding my leg everywhere I go. I can't even do nothing without her right there behind me. But I love it, though, because having a girl, it just kind of gives me a different perspective on females.
Oh, really? So were you a dog in the past life, family man, future life? Tell me.
I wasn't a dog. Mm-hmm. I was very, very flirtatious. I also knew, I love females. I think, females are the most beautiful creatures on this world, this earth, this planet, the universe of life itself.
I must play a violin because I've heard it all before. I just need to know, were you the type of man your daughter would have dated?
Yes. And I know it. But you know what? Now, let me say this. Because, everybody's a work in progress. Mm-hmm. Everybody's a work in progress. I feel like what I've learned by having a daughter now, I realize certain things that I could have done better as a man.
Okay.
Even as a teenager in high school and college, and how I treated girls, just being more considerate. Mm-hmm. Also, being able to sacrifice certain things and not thinking about myself all the time. Mm-hmm. So if she was to run into a guy that was like me in the past, then I know I'd be like really letting her know the game and letting her know like, nah, that ain't it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's so much more out there. But now I know for a fact that I'm a great catch. Oh, God. I'm the best catch you're going to ever find in life.
I mean, I feel I'm not so bad myself.
Come on. I know you're not. With that pretty smile over there. I see you.
Oh, thank you so much. But being that you have a daughter, I just want to talk real quick about Breonna Taylor.
Okay.
Are you abreast on Breonna Taylor?
Yes, I heard about what happened, of course. And I just feel like, man, I can't even picture a moment of not being able to have no control of anything, not even knowing what's happening. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I think about that all the time. I'm just like, how did that happen like that? Like, not even know you in your house?
I know. And for somebody just to come in, shoot up the joint, kill your girl, take you to jail. I mean, it
was too much.
Yeah, it's.
It was way too much, and
And then for there to be no conviction.
Now that's the part that kind of like
arrest.
Right, that's the part that baffles me. Yeah. That I don't know. I just feel like it's a. I feel like everything that's happening is all a plan. It's a plan of action. We can dive in a little bit more about it, but yeah, I feel like it's all a plan of action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have seen you actually putting in some action. I actually saw you at the protest.
Downtown.
Yeah, and I'm wondering about that. What drove you to be downtown amongst the protests? What were you feeling that day?
Oh man, you talking about? I had so many mixed emotions. I was enraged. I was proud. I was proud to be a part of something that I seen years before I was even born. It was a lot. It was a lot.
What pushed you to even go down there? Because I know I thought about it, but I was nervous. I was like, oh man, there's so many people down there. Everyone kind of wore a different type of feeling during the protests and during the riot.
Absolutely.
So some people stayed at home. Some people felt like they didn't do enough. What were you feeling?
And this is all the way 100. I felt like I didn't do enough, but I felt like I did what was necessary. I feel like me going out there, it shows the courageous that I had in just everything that's happening. And I feel like I'm a natural born leader, and I feel like if you're a leader, then you're supposed to take the initiative to do things in that matter. You're supposed to want to be out there. You're supposed to want to, motivate other people to want to come out there. Because I feel like after that day, a couple of my friends, they decided to go out there. And I don't think it was really on their mind, but maybe I have inspired them or motivated them to go out there and do their thing. So, it was one of the things that I really felt proud about. And I feel like it's history. When my kids get up in age, because right now they know what's going on because my kids are very smart to know what's going on because I let them know, of course. But once they really get to a place in their mind where they really know what's going on, they can be like, dang, my dad was out there. So,
well, how did you feel about the actual protest? Are you a person who thinks that black people should protest, or do you think that we're past protesting and we need more action, or a mix of both?
A mix of both. And I hate to say mix of both because I feel like I'm kind of like on the fence, but I really feel like a mix of both.
But sometimes it takes a little yin and a yang to make something work.
Absolutely. I feel like doing the protest, I feel like it woke everybody up, even white people. I think a lot of white people that really wasn't aware of what's going on in the world because they're living their life, especially the new generation. They don't really know exactly the dynamics of what black people had to go through. So,
how do you feel about allyship? Because right now, you got a lot of people, a lot of Caucasians, a lot of Asians, a lot of people who are not black or of black descent who want to help, but then it's just like, I think about the past when we had people who didn't have the best intentions, who want to come and help, but then it ends up being turned into them or about them.
Right. It's so crazy you brought that up because I was just talking about this like the other day. I was like, the different race that come in and they want to, black power and be all for us. I just feel like it's pump faking. And I'm going to be honest, it's all a pump fake. It's a cap. I feel like they just want to be a part of something just to be shown, just to be noticed. But if you really was to go into their house or put a bug on their wall, they'd be talking cold cash shit about black people.
That's a fact.
Indeed. I know it is. I'm going to talk my shit on your show, right?
So of course. I wouldn't expect anything less. So what do you feel about how they did my man from NASCAR? Are you aware of that situation?
No, I'm not. What?
So there's a black man who drives a NASCAR, and they put a noose. Hold on, Kayla, can you come tell us what happened?
Tell us what happened. We need to know
what happened.
One black man in NASCAR, they said that somebody broke into the secured facility, which nobody has the passwords to. Only people within the NASCAR has the passwords and access to. They put a noose on top of his car in his garage.
Oh my goodness.
He walked in there and found it, and then everybody was just like, oh my gosh, we're so sorry this happened. And they all came together in solidarity and walked with him down the track while he drove his car.
Let me tell you what that remind me of real fast.
What that remind you of?
That remind me of somebody that stole your phone in the room with you and trying to help you go find your phone when your phone is in their pocket. That's what that is right there.
That's exactly what that was.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But see, that right there, it just lets you know that the movement, the power that we have as black people, that they can't stand it.
Well, I got another one for you. What about not black designers. What about designers? So I heard that Dolce & Gabbana threw a slave-themed party. And all of because I just researched this and I commented on all them white mother. I put hella comments up there. I ain't gonna lie to you. I put hella comments up there and I was like, y'all is so racist. They were wearing slave costumes. They had nooses around necks. They had blackface on, both Dolce and Gabbana.
Wow.
I don't know if they're brothers or what they are.
Wow.
And then there were several other famous designers there in full costume. They had like whole garbs on and everything.
That's great. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what these are designers. All right, and I really want everybody to understand this right here, man. Designers, they have a job. Their job is to make more money and create a fashion for people like movers and shakers and artists and actors and actresses to be able to wear their clothes, to be able to look like, hey, I got money now and I came up. But in all reality, these people that's in these higher places that are in charge, they're the most racist people.
Yes, they are.
I mean, you gotta think about Gucci. I mean, you gotta think about all of these designers, man, that we make them rich. So the thing is, that was already designed in the book from the beginning. So they ain't doing nothing new. They just following the blueprint along. But the thing is, we have to be mentally aware of what's really going on. It's kind of like knowing what's going on, but still going through it.
Look at that. Look at the picture she's showing.
Come on now. Oh my God, I cannot believe that. I wish y'all can see this, what I just saw, but that's crazy right there.
Y'all look it up for yourselves.
Yeah.
You can go on Instagram. You can see all the pictures of what they was doing. It's crazy. Matter of fact, I think go to my page. I might have posted something on it. But speaking of blueprint, what you think about the New World Order? Because I'm getting mad like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo vibes.
Yo, New World Order is real, okay? Everybody right now on my live, everybody up here, everybody over there, and everybody over there, the New World Order is real. Let me tell y'all something. If you think for one second, if you want to be oblivious to this thing, then go ahead. But for the people that's locked in right now on me and B, New World Order is real. And the reason why I know it's real is because, number one, I've done my research. And I'm not going to say I know all of my stuff because you know your stuff. But I will say that it is a blueprint. It is something that has been written out for years, and now it's coming to light. But I will say this, though. If we keep going the rate that we're going as black people as a whole, we can break that curse. We can break that. We can do it.
Well, I feel like we're getting ready to have Black Wall Street again, so it's happening. Oh, Jamal Hubbard, shout out to you. He said, dope, LOL. We know him. Hey, Jamal.
Jamal, what's going on? Jamal, what's going on with it?
Top book. Well, what's your favorite book?
My favorite book? Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Really? That's a favorite of a lot of people.
But I'm going to tell you why, though, because, I don't want people to think that I'm just saying it because it's a popular book.
It was on a commercial.
Yeah, Rich Dad, Poor Dad really let me know what quadrant I was in. It told me exactly what I needed to do to become a better father in what I'm trying to do. And also taught me a lot about business, taught me a lot about networking. But the number one thing, when I first read it was like, ooh, it kind of it'll hit you because you would know what quadrant you in. You'd be like, oh yeah, I'm right there. I got to step it up a little bit. But it gave me an insight. It gave me a reality check. That's what it did.
Do you foresee yourself being an author in the future?
Oh, what now?
An author. You got a lot. It's a lot up there. It's a lot in your brain.
I could, but I would need your help.
Eventually, it needs to go to paper. I could.
Listen.
I could help you.
Yeah, don't be modest right now. You can, I'm about to say, cause you nice with it. Y'all don't know, but this man, she smart as a whip. I'm telling you.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
Don't you speak like different languages and all that?
I do. I speak 2 languages.
Come on now, give me a little Spanish real quick.
Yo no sé por qué tú quieres me hablar en español, pero yo puedo.
Nah, listen, I couldn't tell you what she just said, but let the people know what she just said.
Mary say, hola, mi gente, gracias para mirar mi película, gracias para todo. Y buen día para todo. Ciao.
E2 means and you. So if I say like, ¿cómo estás? You, muy bien.
Muy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú?
E2,
Soy bien, bien.
Muy bien. That's all I know. And then I'm done. After that, it's back to English. You know what I mean? It's right back to English.
Well, shout out to everybody who loves languages. I heard you have some children who can speak some things.
Yeah, Jocelyn and Jays, they know a little Japanese. I'm gonna tell you that charter school that they go to. The money is worth it. Number one, but for them, it's so crazy. And I make a long story short with this. When they first was introduced to the school, they said that they didn't really like it because it didn't give them that vibe of a public school. It was more white people. I think it's only 13 black kids in that school. So me and, their mom, we talked about it. We thought it'd be something great for them because, to be advanced, because I always tell them knowledge is power.
Right.
But I do feel like, maybe in middle school, kind of maybe bringing them back to the public school so they can kind of get a reality of life and different types of people. Because being there, they got it's pros and cons to it. They say they like it. Sometimes they be like, nah, because the kids be picking on them. And my little son Jace, he a fighter. So when them little white kids be trying to pick on him, he don't really care enough to talk it out. He like to just
He
swing.
just want to smack him.
Yeah, that's what he do. Then the mom gotta come pick him up, and he gotta go sit down at her job, and it's like But nah, I think it's great. But other than that, I just feel like for them, to be ahead of the game is definitely a must. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Well, it has been a pleasure interviewing you. I just want to know, what is next for you?
What's next for me?
Yes, and I need to be invited to everything. So
Listen,
whatever's next, make sure I'm on every list.
You what?
I
VIP.
want to be there. VIP. Every
Matter of
time.
fact, hold on.
Oh, do you remember that time?
what?
That was a great time. Y'all, let me tell you about this time before we go. Yo, Perry be having entourages. I swear to goodness, because I was a part of one time.
Right.
So for those of you who don't know, I was on the last season of Wild 'N Out North Carolina, and me and my whole girl gang crew.
Come on now.
We went out with Model Mentor
In Chapel Hill.
In Chapel Hill, and we represented Wild 'N Out at Perry's birthday party.
Indeed, it was. Yes.
It was great. It was twerking, ass clapping. It was some of this and some of that. It was
drinks going.
Stuff y'all can't see.
Come
stuff
on.
y'all could see.
Can't
It's
give
like
it.
y'all should have been there.
Don't tell nobody. Now, listen, I really do want to say this right here though. I want to thank you a lot for coming. I don't think I actually told you because the night was so crazy, but for y'all to even drive, from Raleigh to Chapel Hill, because it's already hard enough to try to get somebody to come to an event in Raleigh when they in Raleigh, but to drive to Chapel Hill,
ain't lying.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So that part right there, I was just like, man, I'm so appreciative, grateful that you guys even came, because you guys made the party.
Oh,
When y'all
thank
came
you.
in there with y'all wilding out, looking good, all them white boys and all them, they were like, who that right there?
Yeah, they lost their mind. It was a blast. So I had such a great time, and you always have the best energy, I must say.
I appreciate that. I'm trying to bring more. And I tell you, as far as what I have coming up next, I realized this being in the music industry, that me becoming a DJ, being a radio personality is cool because I do love talking to the people, talking to the masses, but I feel like in order to really tap in with different type of artists, not even just rappers, even different type of artists, I felt like I had to become a DJ so that I could open up more doors for myself.
Okay.
I know me and you were just talking earlier about, being on a radio station and just is it really up to be what it is? And for me, I feel
How
like...
do you feel about being on a radio station and working? You work with a lot of different platforms. You work with Big Mouth Media.
Right.
You work with Hot 97
right.
out here in NC. Then you have your own platform. So what's up?
I think the radio for me was a learning experience. I feel like the last time that I went, I actually was booked to come out there. So
Really?
to actually go out there, get paid, flight, everything free, and then coming back, it was like, damn, I got money in my pocket.
Well, that is amazing.
And that was the best. It was like, yo, you wanted something, boy. You wanted something. So, it was the great experience. Respecting the process. For real. Because you doing your thing. I said, you know what, I have to come up here because I feel like this is the first time I ever really done something like this right here.
And what you think?
What do I think? What do I know?
What you know?
It's a whole vibe. Honestly, for the record, just to let y'all know, I feel like we need to do something.
Okay.
I honestly feel like we need to be on some yin and yang, talking
we
to other
could do
people.
it. We could do it. I'm with that. I especially would like to do a mukbang with you. So we're gonna eat some people's food.
We should. Now listen.
I like to eat.
Listen, I like to eat, even though I look skinny. I know I'm
You
skinny,
like to eat?
but I love to eat. Matter of fact, I want to eat. Bring all the food. We need to do that ASAP.
We want all the chicken.
We want all of it. Bring it. If you can cook, hey, look, hit us out.
What's up? We coming to eat.
We coming.
A plate near you. Well,
Facts.
we can't keep the people, Perry, but I just want to thank you one more time for coming on the show.
Appreciate
Drop
you.
your social medias for those who are not in the area or people who want to, you want to reach.
Gotcha. Listen. It's real simple and easy. Y'all can follow me at Perry Paper TV. Don't forget the dot in between the TV. Y'all also can follow me on Big Mouth Media. That's the biggest platform that's taking off right now. We in
Shout out to
the
them.
DMV area. We in the North Carolina area. We in the South Carolina area. We also in LA too. Also in Texas. But definitely follow the Big Mouth Media platform. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. If I don't tell y'all nothing else, respect your process and don't worry about the hurdles. You're supposed to go through those because that's the part of the journey. So when you look back at it, you're gonna be like, "Man, I did go through all of that." It's gonna make you appreciate everything from your car, from your home, from the clothes you got on, from the food that you eat. I mean, everything. It's just gonna be a different feeling for you. So continue to keep going. And that's my last words right there. Yeah, facts.
Well, I have some last words.
Come on, give it to them. Give it to them. This is what they really need to know.
So guys, of course, I'm going to sign off. It's your girl, B. Nicole. I'm here live with Perry Paper. But this is some important information you need to know before we go. So a police officer stops you. What do? You have the right to remain silent. If you'd like to use that right, say so out loud. You have the right to refuse consent to search yourself, your car, or your home. You do not have that right if the officer has probable cause. If you are not under arrest, ask if you are free to leave. If so, you may leave. Do so calmly. If you are under arrest, you have the right to an attorney. Ask for an attorney immediately. For more information, go to jtalking.org. This is from the ACLU.
Wow.
Stay woke, y'all.
Come on now.
We out. It's your girl, B. Nicole.
Live and direct. That's how you work. Now that's how you work.